Federal judge rules the administration's attempt to suspend SNAP is unlawful. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Kira Phillips. 42 million Americans are at risk of going hungry in less than 24 hours because federal funding for SNAP benefits will stop due to the ongoing government shutdown. But now a judge in Boston says the administration needs to at least authorize reduced SNAP funding by Monday. Washington managing editor Catherine Falders and transportation reporter Sam Sweeney join me now for more. So, Catherine, what more do we know about the judge's ruling?
Well, we know that this federal judge here in Rhode Island has essentially said the Trump administration is required to pay out those benefits that were going to run dry at midnight for 42 million Americans. Roughly 1 in 8 Americans rely on this food assistance through SNAP. And this judge in Rhode Island said that they actually have to pay those out. Now, it's unclear at this point, at least from what the judge said orally during this emergency hearing, when that money might actually reach those 42 million Americans who obviously are going to need that money starting tomorrow when they are supposed to get that money. We've asked the White House for comment. I know we've asked the Department of Justice for comment on whether the administration intends to appeal this ruling from this judge in Rhode Island. I would assume that they would, given this is what they would typically do as it relates to these cases, but we still haven't heard any comment from the White House or DOJ on this yet.
Okay, so how is the president reacting, Catherine?
It's a good question, Kira. I know you earlier played out that gaggle when the president landed there in Florida, and this ruling from the judge came literally right after he walked away from cameras. So he hasn't said anything specifically on this ruling from this judge in Rhode Island. He did speak briefly on the tarmac down there in Florida about SNAP and the government shutdown, blamed it on the Democrats, said he would be willing to meet with Democrats, but only once the government opened up. But bottom line is we haven't heard a response from the administration or the president on this ruling yet.